another one. So Cletus Seldin fought this guy Yves, I believe it was Yves Ulysses Jr. Something like that. Some guy out of Canada. Apparently, this guy, they underestimated this guy. Because I don't think they would have put him in the ring with this guy unless they thought that they could beat him. This guy was 14-1, and Cletus Seldin just fought November 11th, so he only had a 5-week layoff between fights. So I wouldn't think that they would give him a fight with a short camp unless they knew they could beat this guy, and they obviously underestimated him. And this guy, he was talented. Now, as far as the size differential, the Yves Ulysses Jr. guy, he looked much smaller than Cletus Seldin. I thought the guy looked like a 135 pounder compared to Cletus Seldin, and he was just countering the guy, all night, holding the left hand out there, lining him up for the right hand all night. And Cletus Seldin, he just couldn't do nothing about it at all. He couldn't make any adjustments. He was trying to bait the guy into, slugging it out with him. And even when they, exchanged, the guy was still getting the better of him. He was landing crispy shots. I believe he put the guy down, I want to say two or three times. But at the end of the day, there's one good thing that comes out of this. We know Cletus Seldin has a lot of heart, to continue in a fight, continue coming forward, facing a guy that you already know can hurt you, and he has hurt you. The amount of heart that it takes to keep coming forward when this guy has already hurt you and he could do it again at any moment, that takes a lot. But it's unfortunate, man. They start giving the guy a push, Hebrew Hammer, trying to televise his fights in Israel, and the guy got beat. So Jim Lampley, he'll switch on your ass in a minute. He was trying to make a debate, as far as this guy shouldn't be running, the Canadian black guy. And Matt Kellerman's like, man, this is boxing. You can't, the guy ain't supposed to just sit in front of him and slug it out with him. He's boxing him. And then, you saw at the end of the fight, Jim Lampley had already changed his tune. He talked about I don't know if we're going to see Cletus Seldin on HBO anymore. This might be the last time we see him. So he switch on you, and it take less than a fight. But I thought the guy was doing good work. They was booing I think they was booing some, instances where they was thinking he was doing too much movement, but it was effective movement. He had already hurt the guy. He had already proved his point, as far as fighting the guy. It's Cletus Seldin's position to, negate that. What a boxer's gonna do is your responsibility to negate that, and he couldn't do that. But man, this guy is talented. I just didn't understand. I know the guy's 14-1. He's 29 years old, but whoever's doing the scouting, whoever's doing the matchmaking, they need to be fired, because you can't put a guy in Cletus Seldin in there with somebody as talented and as skilled as this guy, and give him 5-week notice, because that guy, somebody fucked up somewhere, because he shouldn't have been up in there with that guy, because he was just all wrong for him, man. Just piping the jab, moving on him, countering the guy with the right hand, just turning on the motherfucker, giving him hella fucking angles. And he was just far too much for a guy like Cletus Seldin, who's just a brawler. And I mean, a guy who picked up boxing at 22. The guy's 31, so he's been fighting for 8 years, or 9 years. My bad. But it's crazy, man. Yeah, that just show you, man. Y'all hype these fighters up and start giving them a push, man. You fuck around and curse them, and then y'all ain't doing a scouting report. This should be a showcase. If the guys agreeing to do a short layoff, then came off vacation, who fucked up on the matchmaking? Because somebody had to mess something up for him to be in the ring with this guy, and this guy basically getting no short notice for a guy that was this skilled, man. This guy's gonna be a problem at 140, a problem. And mark my word. Yves Ulysses Jr. out of Canada. But that's my thoughts, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to be notified when all my latest content drops. And I'm out.